holding it down, and I was able to do some things with that.
That's what's up, because that's where I met you, in radio.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, over at Power. We both at the same station.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That's dope. And you know what, man, Cruz? Back in the day, man, like, I'm in my 40s, so I was around when hip hop started. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the masses, rather. You know what I mean? I know it started in the 70s, but I was just born,
Right. Yeah.
But most MCs started from DJing. For me, man, the reason I wanted to do radio and broadcasting in the first place, what made me love music, was I lived right next door to a DJ, Donna B.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I used to hear him cutting up, breaking, back, like you said, back when records were records.
Right.
Swapping out, man, transforming, all that, man, mixing, blending, so, and it made me want to rap, because the boom bap, man, you couldn't deny the boom bap.
Right.
You couldn't deny the boom bap.
Right.
It was our era. That was the sound. Mm-hmm. And that's authentic hip hop.
And I think for us in that era, you get a lot of the people in that age cluster that's still doing it, because it's been around our whole life. This is what we know. You know what I mean? We know the boom, the bap. We know how to put these things together, because either we the same age as hip hop, rap, or whatever, or like we just got that buzz, that creativity within us. Like where I'm from, everybody got a verse for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the spitters in Philly, man. I already know y'all the threat.
Yeah. And I'm from North Philly, so there's a lot of spitters there. Meek, Gilly, all those people. We really doing something there in Philly. So
in Philly, on the hip hop scene back in the 80s and 90s, we predominantly saw just hip artists out of New York, because that's where the industry was.
Right.
So what was the scene like in Philly back then when hip hop was first popping in the 80s and 90s? Was it as large as it was, in all other regions?
Yeah, I would say it's very large, because unlike other places, New York and Philly are like brothers, like cousins. Some other places don't be like that, and we only 2 hours away. So a lot of Philly artists like Cool C, Steady B, like I used to live down the block from Cool C, played basketball with Cool C, Steady, all of them, Cash Money, not Cash Money Records, but we had, DJ Cash
the original Cash Money.
Down, in Philly, you had 3 Times Dope, back in those times, Larry Lair. We had a lot of people in Philly, Schoolie D, Will Smith. So we really like been in that clutch of the tri-state. So Philly was popping, man. And plus we had Philly International Records also. So we had the set, so you still got the sound of Philly. You got the roots of Philly. So you think about these sounds, like even me being down at the 444 building, which was Jazzy Jeff's studio, Touch of Jazz. You had a lot of people that came out of there. You had Music Soul Child, Aries, Jill Scott, Kendrick. A lot of those people came to Touch of Jazz and created that sound, that you've heard in that early 2000s era, where, I was in the studios with them, with Vidal and Dre, arranging and, doing some things down there. Shout out to DJ Sat One. He was cool with Eastwood. So, and my man Lou, shout out to Lou. So we would be there in those sessions. And that gave me great insight on what I wanted to do further as far as arranging and all those things. Because I was in the mix. I was in the mix with some of the people that was doing their thing. Like my man Gilly. Gilly is my dog. It's my bro. He started with us along at Cabrini College, because I played basketball. You see, he's still playing basketball like that. And so shout out to Gilly for really kind of homing in on his skills at that time. So he went away, I went away. And, it started there. So the hip hop scene is just dope. And that up to now, where you got youngins like Core, don't forget, of course, Meek, Uzi Vert, Eve is from Philly, Pink is from, like, just